What's going on, guys? Today I am going to be going through I'm going to be breaking down and giving my predictions for the main card of UFC 322. Obviously, I've done a video on the main event here. I'm going to be going over it again, breaking it down further and more professionally than my last video. Go check it out. Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, and yeah, let's get started. Just have a look at this beauty of a card. It's amazing. We've got JDM versus Islam Makhachev, generational. Valentina Shevchenko versus Zhang Weili, generational. There's a lot of welterweight fights happening that could shift the division. Obviously JDM, not JDM. Obviously Sean Brady versus Michael Morales. I'm pretty sure that looks like a number one contenders fight, unless JDM loses against Islam. And then obviously Leon Edwards versus Carlos Pratas. I think that's going to be a fun fight. In the first round, when Leon fought Sean Brady, he did actually throw hands quite a bit in like the first 30 seconds, but obviously he can't do that with Carlos Pratas. Carlos Pratas is just a picky. He's too powerful. He could chin him as well. But anyway, I'll go through that later on. Beneil Dariush Benoit Saint-Denis is the first fight I'm going to be going through, and I'm going to be going through that right now. Beneil Dariush's keys to victory: he needs to pressure and use his striking early. He needs to mix it up with his grappling. He needs to try and stay on the outside, use leg kicks, because obviously Benoit's quite a tricky striker. We saw it in the Dustin Poirier fight. But he does make lots of mistakes. In Dariush's last fight against Moicano, he got dropped. But then he started using his wrestling to get back. His wrestling is pretty underrated, and especially going up against someone like Benoit Saint-Denis, who does have pretty good wrestling as well. And just come off a massive victory against Mauricio Ruffi. So yeah, he needs to just pressure and volume early. He needs to, this might be a bit weird, but he needs to avoid extended grappling exchanges, because Benoit's got very good underrated jiu-jitsu. Well, not underrated, but we saw it in the Dustin Poirier fight, the Mauricio Ruffi fight. In the Dustin Poirier fight, he had his back for quite a while in round 1, and I think a little bit in round 2. And he was gassing Dustin Poirier out quite a bit. We saw it, just looked pretty, yeah. Maybe that was just his maybe that was just his conditioning, but Benoit I don't think he has the finishing instincts, of course, but he needs to be on top for Dariush. Anyway, Dariush needs to try and avoid the grappling. He needs to stay on top, try not to give any entrances for Benoit. Anyway, alright, next key, punish a stand-up. He needs to just stay on the outside, as I've said, for the first point. He needs to stay outside, keep his jab, leg kicks. Look for openings, because he found openings in the Gamrot fight. I think he could chin him, because obviously, yeah, Benoit Saint-Denis got knocked out not that long. Oh, no, it was last year, but that was last year. And obviously Benoit's looked good this year. He won a fight, I'm pretty sure it was at UFC 315, and he was fighting this guy that wasn't in the UFC, don't know his name. But yeah, got him from the regional scene. But anyway, he needs to stay disciplined on the ground, as I've said. He needs to stay on top, use ground and pound, maybe hunt for some submissions if you're on top. Maybe look for some arm triangles, Kimuras, maybe some guillotines, maybe just jump the gilly, as Dustin Poirier says. And he needs to, he can maybe edge it out to a decision if he doesn't get finished. I like Beneil a lot. He's one of my first fighters I watched. I watched him when he lost to Charles, but oh, oh well. Yeah, so he's got the experience, he's got the cardio as well. He's a pretty slow-paced fighter, but he does get it done. As we saw in the Moicano fight, he was wrestling a lot and stuff. Right. Now, Santini's keys to victory. He needs to control, because he is a very chaotic fighter. He's very unorthodox. Voice crack. He's very unorthodox, and he's very unorthodox, and he has relentless pressure. We saw it in Dustin Poirier fight. He was like using combos, walking forward, walking down Dustin Poirier, but obviously he got KO'd because of that. He also got caught a few times coming in, but I don't think Dariush is quick enough to catch him. Santini is pretty slow as well. Those head kicks that he used in his last fight against Mauricio Ruffi were pretty good. They were like catching him on the neck or on the jaw, I'm pretty sure. But it was catching his attention. He needs to clinch. He needs to clinch and maybe use some trips, because, he needs to clinch and use some trips. I forgot, I didn't even see number 2 there. But he needs to test Dariush's durability. He needs to just get on the striking, maybe take him down, like feel him out a little bit on the ground. But he needs to beat him severely, like just test durability. Maybe look for head kicks coming in. And yeah. 4th, he needs to make it a dogfight. Obviously, Benoit is a dog. He is pretty durable, I'd say. He's pretty durable compared to his last fights. Ate a few flying knees from Mauricio Ruffi, but I'm pretty sure they landed on his shoulder and his neck, but I'm not sure. But it looked like he ate a few straights and jabs. But yes, he needs to make it a dogfight. He needs to make Beneil as uncomfortable as possible so he could get that edge. He needs to mix it up too. He needs to just use his elbows in the clinch, and he needs to wrestle as well. Like, just keep on wrestling, make him tired. All right. My prediction is Santini by TKO, maybe around late in either round 1 or round 3. I think round 2 is going to be a competitive round, but there won't be a finish in round 2, unless obviously Santini rocks him bad in the first. But I don't see that happening. He doesn't really have one punch. He doesn't really have that one punch power. But yeah, I got Santini by TKO, and late in the fight, I think he'll hit him in the first, get in some grappling exchanges. The second round will be a little bit of striking, but I reckon it'll be Dariush's round again, it'll be a similar second round to the Moicano fight. It'll just take him down, start on the feet and all that. Next fight, I'm really looking forward to this fight. Leon Edwards vs Carlos Pratas. This is actually a fun fight, because stars make fights, obviously. Leon Edwards, patient sniper. He's a good striker, knocked out Kamaru Usman in the 5th, but when he faced adversity, like in the Sean Brady fight, he just quits. It's not really Rocky. He doesn't really live up to his nickname, but yeah. Anyway, Leon Edwards' key to victory. He needs to distance control and patience. He cannot be reckless with Carlos Pratas. He cannot go banging. Like, he cannot stand and bang. He needs to be patient, have a similar game plan to the 3rd Kamaru Usman fight. Stay on the outside, use knees in the clinch. He needs to be defensively sound. Like we saw in Carlos Pratas' last fight, he got a spinning elbow KO. He just looked really good. That will give Carlos Pratas some confidence going into this fight. But Leon Edwards, you can't make really that many mistakes with him. He's very defensive. He's got a pretty good chin as well. I don't think he's been KO'd before. Or drop. Maybe he's been dropped. I can't remember. Maybe early in his career. But Kamaru Usman, he's not really known for having that one punch knockout power. Like he got it against Jorge Masvidal. But yeah, he needs to stay composed during this fight. He's got obviously the cardio as well. He's got championship composure. So I think he's... Well, so does Carlos Pratt has been tested by Ian Gary. That was a pretty high-paced fight. He looked alright in that fight. Obviously lost 4-1. But in the 5th round, he did hit not Carlos. He did hit Ian and got him crawling away from him. But yeah, he also needs to maybe use some clinches. Obviously, I just said clinching knees. Maybe some wrestling too, but Carlos does have pretty good offensive wrestling. You saw the in the 5th round, the turn that he did against Ian Gary. He did a Grammy roll, I'm pretty sure, out of it. Yeah. So he rolled out of that, but yeah. I think Leon does have pretty good clinch work. We saw it in the Kamaru Usman fight, the 2nd one. And I'm pretty sure he did use some... I'm pretty sure he took down Kamaru Usman too. Like, it was like round 1 or round 2. Possibly round 3. But he took him down once, and the commentary going like, oh my god, they took him down. Holy crap. Yeah, but anyway. Enough of that. Carlos Pratt's keys to victory. He needs to bring the chaos. He needs to have a fast start and relentless pressure. He needs to have a similar game plan to what he had with Geoff Neal. Well, not as reckless as he did, but he needs to stay on the outside, come in with combos, and use his elbows because he's got nasty Muay Thai. He needs to use knees in the clinch as well. He needs to cut off the cage because Leon likes to stay on the outside quite a lot. And yeah, he needs to stay on the outside quite a lot. No, sorry. Leon stays on the outside quite a lot. And yeah. He needs to target the body because Leon Edwards, he normally has his guard up high and he can't see takedown attempts. He was doing it in the Kamaru Usman fight late in the 5th. Not late in the 5th, early in the 5th. I think he was doing it the whole fight actually. I'll have a look after, but yes. He needs to target the body because he needs to go up high. He needs to start off round 1 with jabs, maybe like leg kick. Obviously, he needs to use leg kicks, but he needs to start doing teeps to the body, just body kicks, and maybe some in the clinch. Obviously, use knees again. He got TKO with a knee in the clinch against, I think, Bilal Muhammad's teammate because he was in Bilal. Yeah. Anyway. He's got confidence from that last knockout against Geoff Neal. He needs to have that confidence and he needs to control his aggression. He can get pretty aggressive. We saw it in the... I'm pretty sure he did get over-aggressive in the Ian Gary fight. He was just swinging. Ian Gary was using his head movement pretty well. Yes. So he needs to do that. And he just needs to... Yeah. He also needs to defend level changes because... I don't know why Leon Edwards shot a takedown against Sean Brady in, I think, was it March earlier this year? Yeah, it was ridiculous. I don't know why he shot. But I think Leon Edwards is going to shoot pretty early. He doesn't want to risk. I could just see Leon Edwards doing like a Hamza or like a Johnny Walker. Just shooting in 2 seconds in. Like Hamza Chimaev. But I'm going to call it Johnny Walker because Johnny Walker did it funny. Anyway, yeah. I think my prediction is Carlos Pratt by TKO early in the fight. I think he'll catch. I think just his confidence boost from the Geoff Neal fight will just give him he'll have a swagger going into this fight. He'll use his head movement. He does have pretty good head movement. You saw in the Geoff Neal fight. Yes. Yeah. I think I'm a big fan of Carlos Pratt. He's really... I see him as a really fun fighter. Yeah, anyway, I see him TKO. Maybe even a knockout. But Leon Edwards has been knocked out before. I don't think, anyway. Maybe TKO, but I'm not sure. But yeah, that's my prediction for this fight. Now, Sean Brady versus Michael Morales. I think this is a very underrated fight. This could be a very scrambling, heavy, grappling matchup. Michael Morales is obviously powerful. He's undefeated. But Sean Brady's just come off a very impressive performance against the former champ Leon Edwards. Subbing him in the 4th round, showing that he has the grappling, and he does have some striking too. We saw in the Leon Edwards fight, obviously. Sean Brady's keys to victory. He needs to grapple early. He should not risk fighting with the explosive machine that is Michael Morales, because he is quick as well. He just doesn't want to be chinned in that first round like he did, Gilbert Burns did against Dorino. No, Dorino did against Michael Morales. He needs to grapple early, maybe look for maybe just try and get some submission attempts in for the scorecards, because there's a new scoring update now. You can't lie on top of people now, which I think is very fair. He needs to smother him. He literally needs to smother him in the grappling. He needs to drain his energy, because we haven't seen Michael Morales. I don't think Michael Morales has been to the third round yet. I'm not sure. Maybe he has. Maybe he has one. Oh no, yeah, he's won decisions. Yeah. I'll be honest. I haven't looked into Michael Morales that much, but Sean Brady definitely. I'm pretty sure he does have the cardio for it. He just needs to drain Michael Morales. That's literally. I think that's the game plan going into this fight. He needs to keep. If he does decide to strike with him, he needs to try and stay on the outside, teeps, and he's used teeps. Stay away from the cage, and he needs to just be defensively sound. And yeah, obviously his cardio will play a big factor in this fight, and his pace. He needs to just keep on spamming takedowns. Michael Morales, he needs to keep it. He needs to defend all the takedowns. He does have pretty good wrestling. We saw in some of his fights where he went to decision, but he does need to keep standing across. He cannot risk getting subbed or dominated on the ground by Sean Brady. It won't be a good look for him, because then people will just exploit that later in his career if he loses this fight. But he needs to keep standing at all costs. Maybe hit him to the body early in the fight. He needs to start with the leg kicks. Maybe get him off balance. That'll catch Sean Brady off balance, or catch him by surprise with the body power. He needs to catch him off balance with the power. I could see Michael Morales possibly dropping him if Sean early in the fight. But yeah, he needs to use knees and uppercuts as so basically just feint the uppercuts and the knees when Sean Brady feints a takedown. He should look for flying knees. He should look for knees going up the middle, similar to JDM's game plan going into the Bilal fight. Just look for uppercuts and maybe even feint takedowns. Go low, come up high with knees. That would be a pretty good. Well, that's just my way of seeing it. Get Sean Brady to keep feinting takedowns. Get Sean Brady to duck low. When he keeps ducking low, come up with a knee, which could catch him off guard, or maybe come up with an uppercut. Go on your knees and then just power up with an uppercut or a knee. But yeah, he's got the youth as well. He's pretty young. I'm pretty sure he's 28, 27, maybe. But he's got the speed and the momentum. He's got power, man. Obviously he finished Gilbert Burns in the first round. Sean Brady didn't do that. I think I went to decision with him. But yeah, my pick is Sean Brady by decision. I think his grappling's too good. He's improved a lot from that Bilal loss. He didn't look himself in that fight either, but I'm not trying to take anything away from Bilal. Bilal is cool, but obviously got TKO'd by Bilal. But if it goes standing, I think Michael Morales will chin him. I think he'll chin him, drop him, get a TKO. But I think Sean Brady just has the grappling edge in this fight, and he will be next for the title probably. Alright, now this fight. Valentina Shevchenko versus Zhang Weili. This is a generational fight for the women's division, flyweight division, because obviously Zhang Weili coming up to fight for the double belt, double champ status, and Valentina Shevchenko, one of the most dominant champions in the flyweight division, arguably one of the GOATs in the flyweight division. Zhang Weili vacated her strawweight belt to fight her. So yeah, let's dive in. Shevchenko's keys to victories. She needs to use her distance management and shot selection. We saw the Manon Fiorot fight at UFC 315. I think that's how you pronounce her name. We saw that. We saw that she was using her teeps and wrestling. a lot. It was a pretty boring fight, but I think stars make fights. Obviously, I think Zhang Weili will make it a fun fight. Also, she needs to have counter striking, like in this photo here. She needs to like use her head movement, maybe like dodge jabs and come over the top with. She's pretty pillow fisted. I can't lie. I don't know. I didn't watch the fight between her and Manon Fiorot. I'm not gonna lie, I got bored after the first round. But yeah. Anyway, she needs to mix in the grappling, and she needs to use her cardio and experience because she's been in the game for a long time. Shows Zhang Weili, but she's got the experience and fight IQ to put Zhang Weili away. Maybe not away, but she might be able to sub, but I doubt it. Anyway, Zhang Weili's keys to victory. She's got the power advantage for sure. She needs to have early pressure. She just needs to keep pressure at all costs. Put Valentina Shevchenko up to the cage, and not allowed to be backed up. She needs to use body work and leg kicks, maybe body shots, tire Valentina quite a bit. Her leg kicks are pretty good also. She needs to use clinches offensively, like tie clinches, and use knees. Maybe use some judo trips as well, but I'm pretty sure Valentina Shevchenko does judo, but I'm not sure. I might be thinking of Kayla Harrison. Yeah, I think I am. Maybe they both do judo. I can't really remember, to be honest, but yeah. Clinch offense and... Oh, I just fucking said that. Alright, anyway. Mixing wrestling to disrupt the rhythm. Yeah, she needs to use her grappling. I think this is going to be a pretty fun fight on the ground because... Alright, anyway. It's going to be a pretty fun fight on the ground because there's going to be lots of scrambles. It's either going to be like... It's going to be either lay and pray fest, or it's going to be like a submission fest. They're going to try and attempt submissions all around. I can see a Kimura attempt by Zhang Weili from side control late in the fight, but I don't think she'll get it. But yeah, she needs to use her cardio. Also, she does have pretty good cardio, and obviously chaos, as I said in the first key. She just needs to keep the pressure on at all times. My I forgot to put a photo here. Damn it. Okay. Anyway, Shevchenko wins, in my opinion, by split. Pardon me. By split decision, 48-47. I just think Valentina's got the fight IQ to win this fight. Obviously, Zhang Weili's very good. Also, I've been a fan of her. She's probably been my favorite woman fighter to watch for a while. But I just think. I just think Shevchenko's pressure and grappling will give her the edge in this fight. I can see two judges giving her 48-47, one judge giving it to Zhang Weili. You never know. Obviously, a fight can go anyway, but hoping Zhang Weili wins because she's coming up to title, double champ status. But yeah, I've got Shevchenko. All right, now the main event time. This is a generational fight. This has fight of the year written all over it. There's going to be lots of scrambles, exciting scrambles. I'm pretty sure I spelled exciting wrong, but I'm not sure. I think I did. Oh well. Exciting scrambles and grappling sequences. Fun striking because Jack Della Maddalene's obviously got one of the... In my opinion, he's got the second... I don't know, it's a tie for me between Ilia Topuria and Jack Della Maddalena. If they ever fought, I think JDM would win just because of his size. Maybe, unless Ilia Topuria connects, because obviously... But he's too small for welterweight. He's too small. He weighs like 190. Apparently he weighs like 180 out of camp, but like Jack would smother him, honestly. I don't see why. If JDM wins this, then they're going to try and make Ilia versus Jack at some point down the line, because they're both young, coming into their primes. I think Ilia might be in his prime. Obviously he probably is. Just knocked out Holloway, Volk, Charles. Arguably the three. Yeah, alright, I'm going on about Ilia. Anyway, it's going to be fun striking. Pound for pound number 2 versus pound for pound number 8. This is a very fun fight. This is for the pound for pound number 1 title. Take off Ilia Topuria. If JDM wins this, it will be a huge upset. He'll be pound for pound number 1 for maybe a while. if not pound, I think he should be pound for pound number one, because if he beats Islam, then he should. Yeah, obviously he is going to be pound for pound number one. If he's pound for pound number two, then that's ridiculous. He just beat probably arguably the lightweight GOAT. I think he is the lightweight GOAT, to be honest. And yeah. Anyway, Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev. All right. So, a very fun fight. JDM obviously coming off a very impressive win against Bilal. Islam coming off against a first round submission against Renato Moicano. Obviously, Moicano's not really the best. Moicano's one of my favourite fighters to watch because he's just funny. Money Moicano, but yeah. He got subbed pretty easily in that fight with Islam. But Islam's way bigger in this fight, man. I think they're going to be similar weight on fight night. I think JDM weighs about 189 on fight night. I'm pretty sure Islam weighs at 184 come fight night when he's at lightweight. So I think it'll be a very similar weight. Maybe Islam might be heavier, you never know, because he's put on a lot of muscle. Well, no, actually, no, he's put on like 2 kilograms, that's what he said. But anyway, JDM versus Islam Makhachev. Let's break this down properly this time. You can see my first video about this fight.
I don't think that's actually
JDM's keys to victory. He needs to keep it standing at all costs. He cannot afford to go to the ground. He's got very underrated grappling. We saw in his he's obviously got Craig Jones in his corner. Looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to how his scrambles will look. He needs to, when he scrambles, he does often leave spaces for his neck to be choked out. Islam will seize that opportunity and choke you out. But I'm pretty sure he would have improved that in his camp. He would have kept his hands up when he scrambles, so that it stops him from going for the das. Just tuck his shoulders in when he scrambles. Because I get it in the Bilal fight. Bilal doesn't really hunt for submissions. He just looks for top pressure and control. That's probably why he didn't, when he scrambled, he gave up his neck quite a lot and his back. And he needs to keep it standing at all costs. He does have the striking advantage and the power advantage. Islam will be surprised when he feels JDM's jab. He will be surprised because JDM, he has a powerful jab. He busted up Bilal's face in first 3 rounds with his jab. Pretty sure he'd done some, and he was popping Bilal quite a bit in the face with his jab, like I just said, obviously, but with the 1-2s too. Anyway, he needs to use the jab and the bodywork to control space. He needs to use the teeps, knees up the middle, just like he did in the Gilbert Burns fight. I could see JDM hitting him with a knee, but I don't think he'll put him out. Because obviously, Islam's put on that weight, his chin's going to be better. And yeah, this can be the best Islam we've ever seen. But he needs to use the bodywork, because in my opinion, he's the best at throwing body and head combinations in the sport. Yeah. I just think he's one of the best. I think he is, if not one of the best, he is the best. Because, yeah, very underrated. Because people are overlooking him. It's really annoying. This fight is generational, and Dagestani fans are just overlooking him. They're probably the most annoying fan base ever, bro. Alright, anyway. I like Dagestani fighters, but not their fan base. Fucking annoying. Anyway, he needs to punish the exits. So by this, I mean, when he scrambles, because we saw it in the 5th round against... So when he stuffs a takedown, he needs to do a flying knee. We saw it in the 5th round against Bilal. Cut him wide open. It wasn't a flush knee to the chin, but it was right to underneath Bilal's eye. Split, but I think he cut Bilal's lip as well. But I don't think that was by the knee. I think that was by his jab, actually. Or maybe an elbow. I think that was by an elbow, but I'm not sure. Yeah, he needs to use uppercuts. He just needs to prioritize on those exits when Islam fails to take down. Sometimes maybe he might not fail to take downs. You never know. but obviously Islam's improving JDM is improving every single fight. We saw it in the Bilal fight. Everyone was saying, he's going to get out grappled. It's going to be a very boring fight. But stars make fights, as I've said earlier in this video, for Carlos Pratas versus Leon Edwards. But yeah, I really want JDM to win this. I could see him maybe getting a TKO late in the fourth. Like a minute on the bell. Like body shots against the cage. Yeah, I could just see that happening. Alright.
Well, Australia don't have wrestling.
Now we've got Islam Makhachev. Keys to victory. He needs to non-stop. He cannot feel out JDM's power. It's not worth the risk. Bilal obviously made that mistake in his fight with JDM, and he got punished for it. But Bilal did obviously show some improved striking, and he's not a pussy by holding people down. Anyway, he needs to not feel out JDM at all. He cannot feel that jab. If he feels that jab, he'll be like, oh shit, I'm going to try not to stand him. And then he's going to rush into takedowns. JDM will probably stuff the rushed ones. He needs to shoot early takedowns. He can only win this by submission. I can't see him winning it because you can't lay on top of people now. But Islam does show threats. Obviously, all the time he's got the Kimura win over Dan Hooker, arm triangle over Dan Hooker. Over Charles Oliveira, and obviously 3 Darce chokes in a row. Actually, no, that's a lie. There's 2 Darce chokes in a row against Dustin Poirier and Renato Moicano. He needs to have cage control, chain wrestling. He needs to obviously use trips and clinches with like his judo trips. He's got very good judo trips. Actually, in Charles Oliveira fight, he tripped him over, but also he was cheating, blatantly cheating. You could see him grabbing the glove to throw Charles's arm to get his momentum under, so he could land on top. He did it in Arm and Sarukian fight 2 when he took him down in round 1, or was it round 2? I don't know. But whenever he did that, whenever he landed on full mount, that's when he grabbed the glove. You can go see it. He needs to smother. He cannot chase submissions because he does obviously chase submissions, but you can't make mistakes on the ground with JDM. We saw in the fight with JDM against Bilal that when Bilal was hammer fisting him on top, JDM buckled out, and he just needs to focus on smothering him. He cannot allow JDM to try and because submission attempts, they come with a cost. Obviously, you can scramble out submission attempts. Like Kimura's, JDM could just buck over. He could just buck out of it. Yeah. He needs to make tactical striking entries. He's got the head movement, because we saw it in the Dustin Poirier fight. He did have pretty good defense and offense. It's improved boxing, obviously. Renato Moicano I'm pretty sure, I don't know if he tagged him once. I can't remember if Islam had a punch land on him at all. But anyway, I'm hoping it's going to be mostly striking, because that'll be a very fun matchup for strike. I love watching JDM strike. So fluid. But yeah, he's also, I think Islam's he's got the urge to get he's got the finishing, he's got the hunger to finish. I don't think he has better cardio, but he does have consistency. Like cardio-wise, I think they're similar. But I think Islam's got the cardio. JDM does have good cardio. He's got, obviously we saw in the 5th round against Bilal. But yeah, he just needs to smother him, basically. He needs to lie on top, cause damage. And yeah, that's his way to victory. Obviously, if JDM scrambles, he can take advantage of that, get Darce choke. But we've seen JDM get put into a Darce choke before, and he could get out of it. He could just tough it out and get through. So we don't know how long, because we know Islam's squeeze is very good. Oh shit, we know JDM's. Oh god, dude, I'm so tired today. We know that Islam's. we know that his finishing capability is very high, and his squeeze against Charles Oliveira that he had in the arm triangle, Charles chapped straight away, so his squeeze must be pretty strong. So yeah, I think the moment JDM gets put into a DAS, he's probably going to go to sleep, or he's going to tap. I think he'd go to sleep though. But yeah, my predictions: either JDM late finish in the 4th or 5th round, body shots, or Islam late sub or decision 49-46, or maybe an early sub. But I think because they'll be full of energy, I think JDM's more explosive, so he can just explode and be quicker out of that. But yeah, I hope JDM wins this fight. He's been my favourite fighter ever since the Randy Brown fight. Yeah, he's just probably the coolest fighter. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe and like. Let me know what you guys want next on this channel. I'm gonna try and get some more prediction videos up, breakdowns, maybe some UFC 5 gameplay, but I'm not sure. I'm not really that good at the game, so yeah. I'm not really a gaming channel either, but yeah. I'm trying to get MMA Guru's attention, so later down the line I can hopefully join him for a fight companion. Because I was watching their fight companion with Bedtime MMA, Lucas Tracy and him. I thought it was very fun. Love to be a part of it one day. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys.